What's up, choppers? It's Z with another video, and today we're gonna be cleaning this Glock 19. Needs a cleaning. Been a while. Need to clean these two. Got the 26, oh no, 27 Chamberlain 40 cal. Then I got this 26 Chamberlain 9mm, but we're gonna clean those a little later. Today I want to focus on the Glock 19 since it is a little bit more bigger. I wouldn't say a full size, or I guess compact, compared to the subcompacts. The 27 and 26 were kind of like Glock twins, you know, a little bit. You can switch out the slides, you know what I'm saying, interchange them. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. First, you want to always make sure your weapon is cleared, pointed in a safe direction, no magazine, it's not one in the head. So you want to go ahead and lock that back, slide lock right there. Make sure everything's cleared. Then you want to go ahead and push that slide forward by pressing this slide release right here. Boom. Forward. Everything's cleared, safe, no bullets. So next what we want to do, we want to always point our weapon in a safe direction, away from any bodily harm, away from people, anything. You know, obviously it's something right here, but it's a safe direction. We check the weapon, it's clear. So we're going to pull the trigger, make sure it's clear. Now, to disassemble your Glock 19 is easy. Most Glocks are the same. You see you have these two slide releases right here, but it will not work unless you pull that trigger back. So you have to pull that trigger back first, give a little slack on the slide, and then you want to pull down on each side. Hold up, let's see if I can get it. Pull down to each side. Glock 19 a little bit harder. 27, 26 a little bit more easier for me. But now we got it all. And as y'all can see, she needs a cleaning. She is gunked up, all dirty. I've been shooting it. I would say I probably put at least 200 to probably 450 rounds. I don't know if I got to 500 yet, but I have put quite a few rounds through this 19. So first, we're gonna start off with this slide. As y'all can see, it's a lot of shit in there. I carry this gun. This is like one of my EDCs. You know, I switch out between this and the 27, so, you know, it gets pretty dirty if I don't take care of it after a while. So what we're gonna do first is take out that recoil spring. So, you know, sometimes you might have to give it a little pressure, or sometimes it'll come out easy. If you can see, I'm just gonna remove it like that. Came out pretty easy. Pretty gunky up too. Set that to the side. Now next is the barrel. So you want to take your barrel out. I come right here and just slide it like that. You see, kind of easy, not too hard. Give it a little bit of pressure. You know, as you can see, that barrel is dirty. Put that to the side. And now we have left is a slide. You know, if you want to disassemble the back part with your plate and your firing pin and everything, you can, but you can still get a pretty good cleaning in with the, you know, toothbrush, small brush, anything, just to get up in there, get everything out. But first, we're gonna start with this barrel. This barrel is the first thing we want to knock out. Like I've seen many people do, or I've done in the past, I like to keep a wet brush for when I'm using the CLP, and then a dry brush so I can come back through and take all that gunk and CLP out. As you can see, this my wet brush is kind of a little bit dirtier because of course it goes in there first, gets all that initial gunk and dirt out, and then I come back through with this brush and, you know, finish the job up. So I'm gonna start with that barrel first, get a little CLP, and it really depends, or it really doesn't matter honestly which CLP you use. I mean, some are better than others from if you ask certain people, but me, I just use a pretty simple CLP. Sometimes I like to use the oil to spray. Doesn't really matter, you know, anything gets the job done. It really depends on the person who's cleaning it and how well you want it cleaned, and, you know, so on and so forth. So we're gonna get started. Spray a little CLP on here, not too much. I got a little bit too much on there. I mean, you don't want to go crazy with the CLP. You don't want your anything over oily. I mean, anytime you can go back and go over with a rag, or like I said, the dry brush or anything. So yeah, so we're gonna start off, we're gonna go in, we're gonna get in that barrel real good, come back in out the other side. Shit, go back in through the other side too, make sure it's good. So it's good, and I hope everything can see me. Let me know in the comments, you know, if anything, if I'm missing anything, or if you can't see anything, or you need a little bit more details on something. Because I know some of these videos, it gets hard when people don't, you know, actually show you what you're cleaning or show you what you're doing, and they're just talking, they're just going, and you're not really grasping what's going on. So I get it, trust me. So I got up in there pretty good. Definitely going back in. Feel like it's all right. So we're gonna come back over here with this dry brush now, and I'm gonna go back in there. And it's a little smaller than the first wet brush, just so I can get a little wiggle room in there and get around and really scrub a little bit, I guess, or hit them sides, hit the walls of the barrel. You know, I didn't get really too much debris, so that's pretty good. Not saying that the barrel is perfectly clean, but you know, if nothing really comes out when you did that second take, then you know you should be pretty good. You know, clean around the edges, do that. You know, get up in there, get around the sides, and then we're gonna come back on it always. Before I reassemble my firearms, I always, you know, go over one more wipe through just to make sure everything is polished off good, and so we'll come back to that. So I think we're pretty good on that barrel part. So I'm gonna come here. Usually, I don't know how y'all do it. Some people spray the CLP on the recoil spring. Some people do it with the brush. Me personally, either way, whatever I'm feeling that day, for real. But I'm just gonna do it the same old fashioned way I did the barrel. So I'm just gonna spray a little CLP on here. Go around that recoil spring just a little bit. And then what I really want to do is I want to come here and get a rag, get a good little cloth, and just wipe your recoil spring off real good. Get up in there. Get up in there. Make sure you wiping off everything good. And like I said, even if you want to, I had a toothbrush over there sitting to the side, you know, just a little cheap little toothbrush. Just want to come, knock off any extra debris, anything that's in there. Everything should be really good with that. I really don't see too much debris and gunk on the recoil, so that's pretty much it for that. Wipe it off just a little bit, and I'm gonna come back through, polish it, give a little CLP love to it. So sit that to the side too. So now we're gonna focus on this dirty slide. This slide is real dirty. So I don't want to go too crazy with the CLP on the slide. Just put a little bit, like a dab. That should be pretty good. And then now it is kind of hard to get inside the slide with those rails and everything. So what I want to do is I just want to start scrubbing, getting up in there on the sides. It does look like a lot of CLP. I might have drenched it too much, but anyway, we'll get that out, no problem. See, I'm trying to get in there. So I think we're pretty good on that. I like how that happened. You know what I'm saying? Got a little good CLP action in there. Hold up. Let me get this last little bit of, see something. Looks pretty good. Might want to blow it out too. You know what I'm saying? All right. So now, what what I want to do is I'm gonna take this dry brush and I'm gonna just get the most wet spots I can with this dry brush. I mean, and just come through, try to get some of that CLP up. And, you know, just go through it a little thoroughly. And then what you can't get, I recommend you coming back through with the paper towel. Paper towel, you know, cloth, anything that'll just soak up that excess CLP. Get in there. As you can see, yeah, that thing is dirty. That thing is dirty. Get all up in there. Get all up in there. Polish the outside of the slide a little bit. Got some CLP on here. So now, I don't know if you can see it. I see a difference. I got a good bit of that gunk out there. I won't say I got all of it out. You can go in a little bit more thoroughly. Wipe some of this out. As you can see, that looks 10 times better than me. It really does. Sometimes you can even, you know, just to get really in that, you know what I'm saying, get something, get that paper towel, and get up in there. Just to get the, my bad. Just to get the last little parts out. You know, nothing major. I'm just trying to make everything look good. Y'all can see, I'm just going in a little bit. So hopefully y'all can see that. Looks way better than it did when I opened this. When I open this thing, let's go. You see that right there? Almost missed something. Look at that. Get that up out of there. And I think mostly, I left this in one of my book bags a few times, so I think that's what that was. Some of that book bag fabric. So take that on. Boom. I think we good to go, man. We got a nice little semi-clean or clean 19 slide. And now we're gonna get into the frame. You don't really have to do too much with the frame. As you can see, it is gunky a little bit, but I do want to take this toothbrush. I have just some water, some Dawn dish detergent. I'm gonna dip that brush in there real quick just to reset it. I got a little gunk on it from earlier, so I'm gonna reset it. Dry it off in this paper towel real quick. I'm gonna dip it right back in there. And I just wanna go over it lightly, not too much. You don't wanna drench your Glock in water and damn Dawn dish detergent. So, you know what I'm saying? If you can, just get up in there a little bit. Get up in there, get up in there. You don't wanna go too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just polish it off a little bit. Make it look a little better. You know what I'm saying? Get some of that gunk off there. Get that off from the side. As you can see, I got some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even the frame a little dirty. So what I want to do is dip that brush back in that water real quick. And I'm going to get this frame. Polish my frame off. You know what I'm saying? I don't really ain't too much worried about the dish detergent or water on the outside of this. You know. Anyway, I don't know if you guys seen. You probably have already. Glock's fire underwater. So you know what I'm saying? That's another reason. Glocks are the best way to go. I'm just saying. But other than that, I'm gonna come back through here, get all the rest of that out. Come through with that paper towel. You know what I'm saying? Get a nice little wipe down on the outside of the Glock. You know what I'm saying? Get a nice little wipe down. Sometimes you gotta switch from paper towel to like a regular cloth. That paper towel be leaving debris, little white spots and stuff like that. I mean, it don't really bother me sometimes, but for that perfect clean looking finish, I definitely don't want that those little white debris on there, man. So definitely look a little cleaner than what it was originally. So got that down. Now here comes the part of reassembling. So now I like doing this because basically it's just what you did in reverse. For real. But first, before I reassemble, let's do that final wipe down. I almost forgot. That's my bad, y'all. So what I mean by that is I just want to, you know what I'm saying, leftover cloth right here. Take a little CLP. Take a little bit. I just want to wipe the outside of this barrel down. To get it looking kind of shiny, good, clean, like I did something to it, you know what I'm saying? Get that looking good. There you go, as you can see. Looking good. Same cloth, I'm gonna just come wipe off that recoil spray, give it a little juice. And then I'm not putting anything else in this slide. It looks pretty oily, looks like it still got a little bit left from when I first went through this. So wipe that down a little bit, wipe the outside of the slide, give it a little good little polish. And boom, I think we good to go. So now I reassemble. I got my slide, put my barrel. Boom, barrel fitted in there perfectly. Boom, now my recoil spring I come. Like I said, you can give it a little slack, push it down just a little bit, but I get it in that, hold up, make sure y'all can see it. Get it in that hole, and then I push it down to fit on top of my barrel. As y'all can see, hold on. Boom. Now we good, my fault, y'all. So, as y'all can see, back reassembled, good way to go. Wipe it down a little bit more on the outside, now everything's back. Oh. Clean Glock 19 slide. And the frame. Boom. So now, it's time to reassemble. Put all my trash to the side. That's good. And this is just a simple 9mm cleaning kit. Also, just picked this up from my local hardware store. I mean, it could work for ARs too, but I would recommend getting a real AR kit. And I'll do another video too of me cleaning one of my ARs as well. This is just one of the easiest videos. I feel like now, especially now that I, you know what I'm saying, know everything about Glocks and more about handguns, definitely Glock is the easiest to clean, disassemble and reassemble. So definitely, if you're not a fan or if you're into Glocks, man, stick with it, stay with it. If not, get a Glock. And yeah, these are the best things. I trust my life with this, you know what I'm saying? So obviously I got 3 of them. So now we're gonna reassemble. All I do is just line up the slide with the internals on my frame, just like how you took it off. Boom, line it up. See it? Hold on, let me get it. Right there. Boom. Slide. And it should perfectly fit back on. Your trigger should come back forward. And now you're good to go. Just like butter, man. Just like butter. So, thank y'all guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what I did wrong. Let me know what I did good. Let me know what else y'all want to see. And thank y'all, man. Y'all be safe.